Hello friends, welcome to the world of project management and for an overview session on project integration management process that is develop project chatter. Motto of this training is to share my experience in preparing for PMP certification and I have prepared few slides. Let's quickly move to our agenda for this session that we are going to discuss on what is develop project chatter process and its ITTOs, that is inputs, tools and techniques and outputs in more detail. Let's start. It is the first process in the project integration management and it is defined as the develop project charter is the process of developing a document that formally authorizes the existence of a project and provides the project manager with the authority to apply the organizational resources to the project activities. Okay, I hope you understood this definition, which is as per the PMBOK guide. And the key benefit of this process is that it provides a direct link between the project and the strategic objectives of the organization that creates a formal record of the project and shows the organizational commitment to the project. Okay, hope you understood its definition and the key benefit of this process. And before going to discuss on the ITTOs in more detail, let's discuss some key points on the develop project charter. That is, first, what is the project charter for? And second is when is the project manager appointed? Okay, let me explain these two things first. What is the project charter for? The project charter first authorizes the project. That is, a project cannot be started without this one. And also, it documents the initial requirements that satisfied the stakeholders' needs and expectations. And also, it provides a project manager with the authority to spend the money and to commit the resources to the project activities. And also, a project charter links the project to the ongoing work of the organization. Okay, hope you understood now what is the project charter for. Let's move to when is the project manager appointed. Project manager appoints as early as possible in the project and also as preferably while the project charter is being developed. And also, the project charter is appointed always before the start of the planning. Okay, hope you understood these two key points. And also, a project charter may be created by the project manager, but it is issued by the project initiator or sponsor, that is, occurs in the initiating process group. Okay, hope you make a note of this point. Okay, hope you understood about the definition, the key benefits, and the key concepts of this process. Let's go with its ITTOs. In inputs, we have the business documents, which contains a business case, benefits management plan, and we have the agreements, EFs, and OPS, that is enterprise environmental factors and organizational process assets. And coming to the tools and techniques, we have expert judgment, data gathering techniques, which contains the brainstorming, focus groups, and interviews. And we have the interpersonal and team skills techniques, which contains the conflict management, facilitation, and meeting management. And last, we have meetings. And coming to the outputs, we have two outputs here, the project chatter and the assumption log. Okay, this is just an overview of the ITTOs. Let's discuss its ITTOs in more detail. First, let's discuss its inputs, starting with the business documents, which contains the business case and the benefits management plan. Let me explain these two documents. The business case and the benefits management plan are the sources of information about the project objectives and how the project will contribute to the business goals. And coming to the business case. What is business case? The approved business case are similar is the business document most commonly used to create the project charter. And also it is commonly used for decision making by the managers or executives about the project decisions and levels. Typically, the business needs and the cost benefit analysis are contained in the business case to justify and establish the boundaries for the project. And also, this business case is created as a result of one or more of the following, such as the market demand, the organizational need, customer request, technological advance, are the legal requirements, ecological impacts, and the social needs. Okay, hope you understood about these business documents. Input, let's move to the next input. We have agreements. Agreements are mainly used to define the initial intentions for a project. That is, the agreements takes the form of contracts, memorandums of understanding, that is MOUs, the service level agreements, that is SLAs, are the levels of letters of agreements, are the letters of intent, are verbal agreements, are email, or other written agreements. Okay, hope you understood about these agreements. Let's move to the next input. We have enterprise environmental factors, which includes the government or industry standards, legal and regulatory requirements or constraints, or it include the market conditions, or it include the organizational culture and political climate, or it includes the organizational governance framework, or it includes the stakeholders' expectations and risk thresholds. I hope you understood what are includes in the EFs. Let's move to the OPS, that is organizational process asides, which includes the organizational standard policies, processes, and procedures. It may include the portfolio, program, and project governance framework. It may include the monitoring and reporting methods, or it may include the templates, or it may include the historical informations and the lessons learned repository. Okay, fine. Hope you understood about all the inputs of the develop project chatter. Let's move to its tools and techniques. First, we will discuss the first technique, that is expert judgment. As I said in my previous sessions also, expertise should be considered from the individuals or groups with some specialized knowledge or training in some of the areas, such as the organizational strategy, the benefits management, the technical knowledge of the industry and focus area of the project, or duration and budget estimation, or the risk identification. So all in all these areas, the expertise should have some knowledge on this. Okay, hope you understood about this first technique of develop project chatter. Let's move to the next technique. We have data gathering techniques, which includes a brainstorming technique, focus groups, and the interviews. Let me explain one by one. First, with brainstorming. Mainly, this technique is used to identify a list of ideas in a shorter period of time, and that is conducted in a group environment and is led by a facilitator. Mainly, this brainstorming compromising two parts, idea generation and analysis. This brainstorming can be used to gather the data and solutions or ideas from the stakeholders, subject matter experts, and the team members when developing the project charter. Okay, and coming to the focus groups. The focus groups mainly brings together the stakeholders and subject matter experts to learn about the perceived project risk, success criteria, and the other topics in more conversational way that a one-to-one interviews. Okay, hope you understood about these focus groups. Let's move to the interviews. Mainly these interviews are used to obtain the information on a high level requirements, assumptions or constraints, approval criteria, and any other informations from the stakeholders by taking directly to them. Okay, hope you understood this technique of the develop project chatter. Let's move to the next technique. We have interpersonal and team skills, which contains the conflict management, facilitation, and the meeting management. Let me explain these three techniques first with conflict management. Mainly, this conflict management is used to help to bring the stakeholders into alignment on the objectives, success criteria, high level requirements, project description, summary milestone, and any other elements of the charter. Hope you understood this conflict management. Let's move to the facilitation. The facilitation is the ability to effectively guide a group event to a successful decision, solution, or conclusion. Okay, hope you understood about it. Facilitation. Coming to meeting management. In this, the meeting management includes preparing the agenda, ensuring that a representative for each key stakeholder is invited, and includes in preparing and sending the follow-up meetings and actions. This is about the meeting management. Okay, hope you understood about this technique of the dollar project chatter. Let's move to the last technique. We have meetings. For this process, the meetings are held with the key stakeholders to identify the project objectives, success criteria, key deliverables, high level requirements, and summary milestones, and any other summary information. Okay, hope you understood now all the tools and techniques also for the Dolo project chatter process. Let's move to its outputs. In the outputs, first we have the project chatter. What is project chatter? The project chatter is the document issued by the project initiator or sponsor that formally authorizes the existence of a project and provides the project manager with authority to apply the organizational resources to the project activities. Okay, and also this project charter is intended to satisfy the project purpose, the measurable project objectives and related success criteria, the high level requirements are the high level project description, boundaries and key deliverables. Are it intended to satisfy the overall project risk, or the summary milestone schedule, are pre-approved financial resources, are key stakeholder list, are key project approval requirements, the project existence criteria, are it mainly keen it mainly keen intended to satisfy the project exist criteria, or the assigned project manager responsibility and authority level, are the name and authority of the sponsor or other person authorizing the project charter. So all these points need to be considered for this project charter. Okay, hope you understood about this first output of the dollar project charter. Let's move to the next output. We have the assumption log. The assumption log is mainly used to record all the assumptions and constraints throughout the project lifecycle. Okay, hope you understood this about these two outputs of the dollar project charter. Fine, so we have completed all the ITTOs, that is inputs, tools and techniques and outputs of dollar project charter. Okay, this completes our first process on the project integration management knowledge area, and hope this complete session is easy and understandable for you. Fine. Let's discuss more detail on the next process in the project integration management, that is plan integration management, in the next video. Kindly provide your feedback on this given email ID, and if you like this video, kindly subscribe my channel and share it with your friends. Bye for now. It's your Anil Kumar Dharam.